Hello everyone, and welcome back from spring break. In this video, I'm going to review your next assignment in this class, and this is the social media project assignment. Now, I'm assuming that you've had the chance to look at the course calendar, because when you come back from spring break, I have made some changes to the course calendar to reflect the reality of this class. You will recall in the course calendar, which I haven't changed, but this is the old course calendar, you'll recall that there was supposed to be a group project which I released in week 6. Well, that's going to become an individual project, as I promised in my last overview of module 5, week 5. So in module 6, you can expect to see that. So once again, it's no longer a group project, but it'll be an individual project. What is the benefit of this? Well, I think some of you, particularly if you like working alone, or you like ideas that are original to you, or perhaps topics that interest you, you'll find this fascinating. The downside is that this may be a lot of work because it's one person doing it. So I guess there is something to gain, but there's also something to lose, because when there's less collaboration, it makes the work tougher. It could go either way, because sometimes collaboration breaks down. But I have paid attention to what you are interested in, and some of your responses, especially in the discussion board forum on who is your favorite social media influencer, as an inspiration behind the individualizing this project that would otherwise be a group project. So without further ado, let's go into the assignment. You can find out the assignments by clicking on the assignments tab, and I have a copy of the assignment open. So this is the assignment, which I've called Social Media Influencer Research Presentation Assignment. For the simplicity of this assignment, you are going to research your favorite social media influencer. What if you don't have a favorite social media influencer, as some of you have reviewed? Well, who is your least favorite social media influencer? You must have somebody in mind when you start comparing or analyzing or opining on who a social media is, or what they are, and the influence they have on society or culture. Some of you have said something like, you don't like these influencers because of what they do. Well, that tells me that you have somebody in mind. They are human beings, they have personalities, and you probably have a social media in mind when you start making comments like, I don't like social media influencers. How can you like something you don't know? So pointing out your assumptions, if those are not apparent to you. So I think a win for you is that you get to write about somebody you don't like. Maybe you research them further, because it is a big deal today. Social media influencers, yes, a lot of them are making tons of money, but why and how? And how do we push back against this? Is this useless, fruitless, purposeless, or is it useful? And maybe for those of you who are interested in business, maybe you can learn one or two things from them. Even as I talk about this, I have done this project before, and you guys will get to see a sample. This is a sample presentation from one of my previous 101 class. So these students, what they did was they look at YouTube personalities. So like big figures like the Logan brothers, Jake Paul and Logan Paul, and they also looked at other characters on YouTube. Vitaly, I don't even know who this is, but people students have different interests, and this was a presentation that my students did. Now for you are not going to do exactly what they did, because this was a different class and different theme. Well, not different theme, but the structure was a little bit different because of what I asked them to do for this project. Now, in case you're wondering what's the purpose of this assignment, why would I give an assignment such as this? I would want to say that if you read this section of the assignment, I gave sort of an argument of some sort. Like I said, social media influencers are a big deal today because of the impact they're having on culture, and also lots of teenagers and lots of individuals in society. And if you're a Gen Z, I would say it's not a good thing to generalize, but many of your peers look up to social media influencers and take advice from them. Maybe you like Taylor Swift. She is a social media influencer. So if she says go vote, and you're a Swiftie, I don't know, why wouldn't you listen to her? That's just a thought. But anyways, as you look at the instructions for this assignment, I want to remind you that this assignment is individualized. So you either have an influencer that you are going to examine, and by the way, if you have an influencer, you probably it's probably in your discussion board forum on who is your favorite influencer. Or if you don't have one, you need to find that influencer that irritates you, or perhaps your least favorite influencer, and that will be the subject of your presentation. You don't have to, I don't mandate that you like an influencer, but for the purpose of this assignment, it's going to be somebody who has a following on social media, and therefore is a social media influencer. So for the specifications of this assignment, since it's individualized, you're going to play in the role of a speaker, researcher, writer, and perhaps managing the documents or the PowerPoint presentation for your presentation. These are the specifications I've outlined here. I need not read everything in here, but I would say one thing that you're going to carefully research this favorite or least favorite, or perhaps social media influencer you do not like. Go on the social media page and see what they're saying. Learn about them from their personal website or blog, or even YouTube channel, if that's something that interests you. You are going to select a theme from the list here. If none of the themes here fit into your social media influencer personality, or perhaps the way you can categorize them, then come up with a theme that is unique, that would help your audience understand who this social media influencer is and what they do. Now, you are going to also you are going to engage in summary. As you can see here, you're going to be illustrating with visuals some of the activities done on that social media influencers space. Maybe you can take a picture of them, screenshot of them from here's an example of what my students did. Something that illustrates what they do on their platform, but also speaks volume of how they are using social media. Then you're going to argue for a theme, and this is where this theme comes in. So make sure you pay careful attention to what I have described here, the bullet points here, because these are the assignment specifications. And you hear me say this often in the class, that when I go over assignment specifications, that's what I'll use to grade you. So you want to pay attention specifically to page 3 and page 4. Of course, the other information is just to break down things to make sure you understand what you're supposed to be doing for this assignment. Deliverable, I expect to see a title page. I expect to see user visuals on your slides, a works cited page. Now, the works cited page and the title page will not count towards the total page, which will be 11 pages in PowerPoint slides. Now, you can record this on Zoom. And I said, you are going to be turning in a progress report. What is a progress report? Well, it informs you of your progress on the assignment, problems you've encountered, challenges you've encountered, and even your plans to resolve them. Why do I require students to turn in progress reports? Because I'm able to step in if I can help, or maybe I'm able to help you so that you don't wait till its final deadline when the thing is due that you start telling me that you run into X and Y and W issues. I need to know before that happens. Now there's going to be a responsibility. Even though this is not a group project, you are going to comment on other presenters' posts. You're going to watch their presentation because I give you points for that. So you're going to make sure there's a space for that. So make sure you're following the instructions right here as I've described them. So there's going to be a summary. I'm going to be grading on the organization of your slides. So those are things you should pay attention to. Now here's a timeline of when you need to turn things in. This, I repeat, is something that you should pay attention to, because I require you to do this in time, and obviously your peers are going to be commenting on your post, so they need to receive your responses by a particular deadline. So I've set the time frame, the time when you're supposed to post question and the time frame when you're supposed to post a response. So that way we're able to hold everyone accountable. On that note, I want to say this concludes my review of the assignment. I hope that you find this engaging. If you don't have a favorite social media influencer, that's fine. I want to tell you too that I don't follow lots of these influencers. If I admire some of them, that's not to say that I don't like them. And if you want to know who influences me the most, it's the person that's not on social media. You got to contact me after this class is over or when this project is done, and I'll tell you. That's a promise. All right, take care, and good luck with this individual project. Bye-bye.